They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked, as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the UCF Knights, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Knights will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Parrish. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Running back set up in the pistol. Pulls and fires complete. Breaks into the open. The 30. The 20. Touchdown Bucks. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Fielded in the end zone. It's Rousseau. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. It's Denson. Here comes the heat. Wide open downfield. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going to run it. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like they're
turning it on. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
Quickly complete. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
The Knights will have it 1st and 10. Snap it to the back. Really good running gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The run from the shotgun. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The Knights come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Denson. It's complete on the right side. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Touchdown, UCF! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into this season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Parrish. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, take it. No, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's fired. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking for a man, it's Denson. Gets rid of it. Finds his man. It starts. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Motion from the wideout. Got it behind the line. It's coming. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Pressure coming. Trying to get behind the defense. Pick off. What a play by this defense. Moves in on him after a good return on the interception. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Buffaloes will hustle to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's caught inside the 25. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Looking downfield on first down. Quick completion on the out route. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time. This is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Knights can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Denson. Fires to the right. Right on the money. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Grabbed over the middle. It's coming. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. It just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Dropping back, it's Denson. Complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! Some much-needed life from this offense as they tried to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Using his legs, it's Gibson. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. The Buffaloes are in the hurry-up.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here comes the hurry up. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
And the Buffaloes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The pull and throw off the RPO. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
The Buffaloes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game.
Defense is asleep.
To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Moves away as he feels pressure. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the run, it's Gibson. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Rush is on him. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Motion from the back. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bucs.
Now, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. To the air, it's Denson. Bringing the heat. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Back to throw, it's Denson. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. He's got the back in the middle. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking for the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Going to look downfield again. Quickly complete. At the 35, he's got room. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
The throw to the outside is complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, UCF!
And And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21.
That makes the score Colorado 28, UCF 21.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Parrish. And the returner goes down. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
And the Buffaloes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on second down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got an open man. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
They don't mind being aggressive from deep in their own end, and it paid off there as they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. To the ground with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. He's loose. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Memphis was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Bluff City. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Got the quick completion. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
To the air, it's Denson. That's caught. It starts.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted to stop the threat.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered.
21.
With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He lost one down the sideline. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. You talk about being handed a chance on a silver platter. 1st and goal from the 3. Backs going for the goal line. Touchdown Knights! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
To throw, it's Denson. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of a game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Gibson. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Back it up with a pass. Getting the first down. A few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Dave.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
Might be changing the route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Showing the arm strength to the left.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. It is going to be nearly impossible to hear right now, and this offense is going to have to get locked in. The Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So this defense has to protect the lead, but they can also end the deal by putting the quarterback down. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Oh, it's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. But I got to get the football offense. Very lucky to get that football back.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Denson. Those two not on the same. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout in the offensive. Looking for a play to close this deal out. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And this is a moment with the lead late on 3rd down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this 1st down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism.
Oh, he's got it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Kent State is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Josh Cribbs should never be counted out of any game. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to UMass. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Denson. Using his legs to buy some time. He wants a big play here late. He's got it down the right side. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Bringing it back.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing